Hello, my name is Ethan Hirschtauber. I am one of the facilitators for the EDE Azores, and I'll be teaching the permaculture and group dynamics part of the course, the permaculture and the ecological dimension, and the group dynamics of the social dimension. And my background is spending a lot of time in eco-villages around the world. I have also been working now in the last few years with the Global Eco-Village Network, GEN, and right now I'm in a staff position where I work for the international office in Findhorn, Scotland. And I lived in Oroville in India. Was my first community experience for several years, where I taught a semester program in community studies and sustainability in Oroville, India, and then moved through several different communities. And I wanted to share about the work of Diane Leaf Christian, who's a friend of mine and a teacher of sociocracy as a participatory democratic tool for decision making in groups. And she wrote a lot about community building and how to create community. And one of the things that I learned from her is about how communities succeed or fail. She really studied the core aspects of what leads to success or failure. And she was the editor of Community magazine for many years in the U.S. And from that, a large amount of data came to her, and she could learn why did your community function, and why is it continuing, or why did it not succeed. She asked these questions. So she basically, I think part of the core is on a social level. Communities can fail primarily on a social level, is what usually breaks communities up. And there's some core ideas that she lists of how to get through some of those common problems that communities lead to. And one of the main ones has to do with not having a common vision and a common vision and mission that give a community a reason to be together. Because without that, there's really nothing holding people together. There's no common why are we here? And so as soon as conflict comes, it just dissolves. And so I've seen this also in my travels, and seen groups that just dissolve because of this, or really come into big conflict and then can't handle it because they don't have something to come back to. And I've also seen communities that really come through their issues because of holding on to that vision. So another one that I would mention is having a common shared space where a community can really come together and celebrate and enjoy themselves. Like a common dining area is a very common one that just gives a community a chance to actually be with each other, and not in the space of processing meetings and dealing with economic issues and all the things that they're quite serious, and sometimes that's what communities come together for. But then if the people don't know each other and have a sense of who each other are outside of that sometimes more tense space, they can really lose the core of what it is to be together. And I just noticed that a lot too when I have a group that's eating together and being together and creating. I often will have games and other things that bring people together and create fun and joy, because if that's missing, there's a much greater chance that things will just wind up bad, and people can't find the point of why do we want to actually be together. Yes, economic issues do become a problem for communities, but often those have their roots in what are the core social issues. I would also mention the work of Tamara and looking at the love and sexuality as core issues in our culture that lead to dissolution, where people hit the issues, these deep taboos and deep mistrust with each other, because they can't face those issues. And often it's one of the key reasons why people, great friends break up, because of these issues. So I've learned a lot in my time in Tamara and other communities that really are willing to look at these and go into places of trust and mutual support and transparency around those issues. So I would say those are some small bits of my learning around community building, and I'm really excited about the EDE and to see the community course that we bring together the community that we bring together throughout the course, and it's going to be it's in a beautiful setting, and we have a really great dedicated team, so I'm quite excited, and I know that the students are very diverse and really interested in the topic, so it should be quite inspiring.